Hey everybody, it's me again. I just wanted to make a quick video today just to talk about unsupportive surroundings while learning Japanese. Now, some of you may not have this issue, but I'm sure a lot of you have run into this issue. Something that's happened to me a couple of times now when I've told somebody that I'm learning Japanese is they'll look at me and they'll just go, "Why?" It's interesting because they're utterly confused as to why you would learn such a hard language. It's a bit like when somebody asks you if you've seen a new movie. "Hey, have you seen that new movie that's out? It's so great." And then when you answer them no, a couple of different reactions happen. They get this confused, contorted look on their face, like a baby that just ate an orange peel. They gasp in surprise. Sometimes you get an elongated, "What? Why not?" Do you live in a cave? Sometimes all of the above. Do you ever wonder why people react this way? Why is it that they are so shocked that you haven't seen that movie that everybody and their brother has seen? I think it comes back to humans being afraid of what they don't know. Most people over here, in America at least, don't know Japanese. They see it as some foreign language that's totally out of reach. If somebody else is learning it, they must be weird, right? Well, I don't believe that. A lot of people will say it's human nature to be afraid of what you don't know. I personally believe this is taught behavior. I believe that you learn it from your parents, grandparents, society in general tends to look at the unknown in a fearful way. It's something that's just sort of passed down from generation to generation, and there's no really clear explanation of why. Why should you be afraid of what you don't know? Be cautious, absolutely, I get that. But being afraid of it and never wanting to try it? I don't quite agree with that. So back to the question about why are you learning Japanese? Why don't you learn Spanish or something? I thought of an answer recently that makes a lot of sense, and I figured I'd pass it on to you. Why not learn Japanese? And if anybody can answer that question without some BS sort of excuse, "Oh, it's too hard," how are you gonna do that? I don't get their writing system. It's just a bunch of moon runes. How do you understand that? Why would you want to learn Japanese? Is it just to understand anime or something? If they can answer with something besides those lines, then fine. But chances are they'll probably give you some form of an answer in that list. So here's how I look at it. Why does it matter if somebody doesn't approve of you learning Japanese? If you want to learn Japanese, learn Japanese. Why should you care if they don't think that you should learn Japanese? It's not on them. It's not going to hurt them. It's not going to hurt you either. It's not going to hurt anybody. So why does it make a difference? If somebody ever comes up to you and says something like that, just ask them to explain in detail why they think it's a bad idea for you to learn Japanese. Then prove them wrong. Make them understand why Japanese is a great language to learn. Show them why it's useful, enjoyable, and awesome. Prove them wrong by doing more. That being said, trying to prove a point about learning Japanese is kind of pointless if you aren't actually going to learn it. As my wife pointed out in an argument we once had, saying that you're going to do something and then not doing it is worse than saying nothing at all. Trying to prove a point about learning Japanese is pointless unless you're actually going to do something about it. The last piece of advice I have about this is to tune that sort of negativity out. It's not going to help you, all it's going to do is drag you down. So you don't need to be negative towards yourself, and you don't need to listen to the others that are being negative towards you, because chances are they probably aren't doing anything as awesome as learning Japanese. That being said, put your headphones on and tune them out completely. Do some SRS reps. Learn one more kanji. Learn one more sentence. And just briefly touching back on the movie reference that I had made before, chances are it'll come out dubbed in Japanese. And when it does, then see it. Then you can say back to the person who was doubtful to you, "Hey, I finally saw that movie that we were talking about, but I watched it in Japanese and understood it." Alright, that's all I've got for today, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please check out some of my other videos and feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thanks! Have a good one.